All right, hello everybody. John Novak, Nexgen Software. Couple of things I'd like to do for you real quick. On our YouTube channel, one of the videos that we made the other day, which was trading
In
the
this short
market flow with evaluation areas in the 14-2 chart. If you haven't watched this video, go to our YouTube. You can watch this video. I wanted to do a recap of the day today. Just so you can kind of see how the day played out here. So bear with me here. Let me go back in history here, and we're just going to do a quick recap of the day and what happened and where the signals were and all that good stuff. So again, bear with me 2 seconds as we work our way in here. One of the things that we did, and again, I want you to be able to see where these signals are. When we look at our large chart. So again, bear with me here. I'm just going to get you lined back up here. All right, so what we did was on our 14-2 chart. And again, here, let me just get rid of all these markers so you can see me mark as we go. We had an evaluation area at Fibonacci support on our charts. And then we turned on our strategy and we had a market flow long signal. Now, unfortunately, one of the things that happens when we get divergence on our large chart, it tells us when our trigger lines roll over that we're not going to continue on. So what we did is we pulled back into our 1-to-1s and our trigger lines that were going down on our 14-2 chart. We just managed out of that position. And again, one of the things that we look for when we have divergence is to stop out the last low pivot and take it to the downside. So again, once we started moving to the downside, and you can see here that our trigger lines were going down really strong, we talked about our market flow, and we talked about something really important on the market flow here, and let me show it to you. We actually had a limit order waiting right there. And the reason we had a limit order waiting right here is because we had a market flow high volume pink line. And the most important thing was that our small triggers are down very strong on the market flow chart. And really the direction and the strength of the small triggers on your market flow chart is very, very important. Two choices. You could either get in at this spot, with a limit order, or you can wait for a signal. And really what I did is I put a limit order in there so you can see how it gets filled on the way up to that spot. But then we also allowed the system to generate a signal, and it actually put into an extra contract here. And again, this was our target down here. So once we got down to this spot, we were looking for long trades. And again, look, this is what it looks like on the 14-2 chart. Strong triggers down, trying to make it down to the mid band, which we did. And then on our 14-2 chart, we had an evaluation. And then we turned on our market flow system for a long trade. And again, because we were against the trend, we were looking just to get back up to resistance, and we got an evaluation on our 14-2 chart. Now, at that point, and again, this went pretty quick right there, our system was turned on, and then our market flow generated a short signal. Again, let me show you the short signal here. So this was the short signal that the market flow generated right there. And, again, here, let me mark that on both charts. You'll be able to see that, again, this spot right here at 84, this was our signal down. And again, this is what it looks like on our 14-2 chart. Market flow short from resistance after the evaluation. And as far as targets go, we had divergence on the highs. So, in all of our teaching, whenever we have divergence, traditionally we're going to stop out the last low pivot. So we did take some of them off on the way down into the support area, and then we took some off down at what was going to be the bottom of our support window. And you can see, that's usually a really good spot for our software. 1-to-1s, 165 EMAs, and anyway, they made our target look bad there. They went down a lot further. Then we had divergence. And again, it's very important to understand this concept. When you have divergence, trend trades traditionally don't work quite as well. So we didn't turn on our trend trades when we got up here. And we actually did right here turn on our system because we had an evaluation area. And again, let me show you what happened. We didn't get a signal. And the reason we didn't get a signal in that spot, again, just let me kind of show you where we went to here. Let me just bring this up here. Again, this is where we had divergence. This is where it started going up. And, and again, look, this is where even we had a market flow, or a trend trade look, and you can see the market went on past that. But because of this evaluation area and having multiple bars get above it, we didn't have our system on. Now, we did actually get an evaluation up here. So, again, let me show you where the signal came from. On our large chart, again, look, we got an evaluation, so we turned on our short system. And technically, it got us short. Now, the other problem with this short, which you can see obviously here, is this is an awesome area for a long trade. Every trigger line going up, the trend is going up, the small triggers are going up, mid bands and fibs. So we also had, not only were we short, but we also said if we get a signal long here, we're going to reverse, which we did, and we took it off at the prior highs. And they proceeded to make that exit look very bad as well. Now, couple more trades here. Number one, very, very important, no divergence on the highs. So again, look, we're going to do a couple of things. Obviously when we get back to mid bands and fibs, we're going to take an attempt at a long trade. And we got stopped out and we had to do a second long trade. And again, I want you to kind of see the market flow chart. And again, with that second long trade, we got out at Fibonacci resistance, which is not atypical for what we do. And they proceeded to make that exit look bad. I kind of ran on a little longer. Let me just show you the market flow inside of that window so you can kind of see that spot. Again, this was our first, I should have had the orders on here, but you can see this was our short bar with the evaluation. And then this was our reversal spot. So you can see very, very, very strong small triggers going up. Almost any time you get to a buy area on your 14-2 chart and the triggers are that strong, you're going to get that arrow. However, I just turned on the reversal and then we got out literally right there. That was our profit target. And you can see what they did after that. So even just waiting for a down bar, we could have made a lot more money. Anyway, that's okay. We talked about trend trades. So this was the spot we got to. Again, we were trying to get down to this market flow 74 area, but we got a yellow paint bar right here for a signal. So we took the signal and it lost. And unfortunately, it really just got down to the perfect spot. Because this market flow high volume area was the spot we were really looking for. And again, mid band, and then we had a market flow signal to the long side. And again, this is where we exited at resistance. And again, that resistance exit, obviously they made that one look bad a little bit too. They went on for a little bit more. And then that was the end of the day. So again, we had divergence, so no more trend trades for us. So again, that all told, that was a 2 lot, except for one trade we had an add-on because of a second signal. And again, when you put this 14-2 chart together, this is exactly what we teach you guys during the day. Trend trade longs with the fibs, divergence, it's going to get out, going short with the market flow, long from support, short from resistance, kind of nothing in the middle. And then we had a short from resistance, long from support. And then it took twice to go long at support. And then, that being said, let me just kind of run a report for you here. And again, you've got to keep this with hypothetical in mind, but just as a generalized recap for the day is $2,900 on what we did on almost 89% winners. And again, the winners maybe could have let those run a little bit longer so they weren't super big compared to the losers, but when you win 90%, it doesn't really hurt you too bad. So again, hopefully a nice quick review for you. Again, it's what the 14-2 chart says, the Fibonacci areas, the evaluation areas, and then when you have no divergence, the ability to do one really good trend trade, or have to take it twice in that case. But again, keep it nice and easy. I think the 13 range market flow chart slows it down for everybody quite a bit. And look forward to seeing everybody in the class tomorrow. Oh, by the way, if you have not yet signed up for a demo, or you haven't got the market flow or any of this stuff going yet, just fill out your name, fill out your email, put your real email and the real phone number in there so we can call you. If you don't want us to call, don't fill it out. We want to talk to you before we get software loaded and make sure that this is appropriate for you. Again, we don't want to put you guys into any trading software, any risk that you can't afford or that it's not appropriate for you. So join us in class. We do a very, very detailed training session, question and answers, feedback on your trades. And again, we really look forward to seeing everybody in class and looking forward to helping you guys make a bunch of money using our Fibonacci and market flow software. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the room tomorrow.